Most mysteries, whether they're revealed at a crime scene or through the scientific process, have perfectly reasonable explanations. It's just a matter of finding out what that explanation is. Unfortunately, though, that isn't always easy to do. Because of this, there are all sorts of whodunits that go unsolved, and when the case goes cold, it usually stays that way. With that in mind, here are 10 of the strangest unsolved mysteries in human history. From odd medical conditions to suspicious craters, you might just be compelled to grab your magnifying glass and join in on the case. In 1948, a dead man, often referred to simply as the Unknown Man, or the Somerton Man, was discovered on Australia's Somerton Beach. There was no way of identifying him because no one could find a match for his dental records. And although there was some suspicion that he'd be poisoned, the autopsy didn't turn up any trace of actual poison in his body. Adding to the mystery was a note sewn to a pocket in his pants, which only read Tam and Shud. In 1987, a man wearing a mask of Max Headroom, the computer-generated host of the 1980s television series The Max Headroom Show, interrupted an airing of Doctor Who on a PBS affiliate station in Chicago to leave a disturbing, weird, and largely unintelligible message. In 1964, a lifeboat, complete with wood, drums, oars, and a copper tank, was found on Bouvet Island, an uninhabited subantarctic island located in the South Atlantic Ocean, despite the fact that it's one of the most isolated places on Earth. Plant life can't even grow there, which is probably why it's never been inhabited. In what came to be known as the Mayerling Incident, the bodies of Prince Rudolf, the Archduke of Austria-Hungary, and his lover, Baroness Marie Wetzera, were found in a rural hunting lodge in Vienna in 1889. They were, apparently, shot to death, though their fates remained shrouded in mystery for many years after Emperor Franz Joseph issued an order to cover up the incident. In March 2014, Malaysia Airlines flight MH370, which carried 12 crew members and 227 passengers, seemingly vanished. An hour after the plane took off, voice contact was lost, and later the plane failed to show up on radar. The search is ongoing, but the truth remains a mystery to this day. In 1949, geologist Vadim Kopakov set off on an expedition to Siberia, where locals warned him against going into the woods. They claimed that it held something evil called the Fire Eagle Nest. Apparently, this strange formation would cause people to feel sick or completely vanish. Despite their warning, he ventured in anyway, and he found a massive crater roughly the size of a 25-story building. In 1690, French traders found a settlement in southern Appalachia that belonged to the Melungeons, a mysterious group of people with olive skin and unusual facial features who lived in log cabins. They were never seen again, until 1784. In 1971, Dan D.B. Cooper walked onto Northwest Airlines Flight 305 and handed a threatening note to a flight attendant. In the note, he claimed to have a bomb. He even showed her his briefcase, which contained a convincing collection of red sticks, wires, and a battery. In 1900, there were just 3 lighthouse keepers occupying Eilean Moor, a Scottish island. On the day after Christmas, none of the keepers were waiting for the supply ship, which was unusual. A man named Joseph Moore was sent to investigate after it appeared that there was no activity on the island whatsoever, and what he found was shocking. In 2009, 28-year-old Shania Isom was rushed to the emergency room in Memphis when she suffered an asthma attack. She was sent back home after being treated with steroids. Soon after, though, she started itching. It became more severe after she received more medical treatment. Then things took a turn for the worse.